What is the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? Well, one will see you later and the other will see you in a while. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The first one we're going to talk about is the Lacoste crocodile. This mascot became famous in 1952 when Izod of London started a partnership with Lacoste. The founder of the company was Vincent Draddy, and Vincent had a lot of famous friends, so he gave these polo-style shirts with the crocodile on them to people like JFK and Eisenhower and Bing Crosby. And then when they wore these shirts on TV and in public, people saw them and said, I gotta get me one of those. Soon these were so popular, and to this day there's a misconception that this crocodile is the Izod mascot. There are a lot of misconceptions as to where Gatorade comes from. But the truth is, Gatorade was created in 1965 at the University of Florida's College of Medicine. The coach of the Florida Gators, Mr. Ray Graves, told them he wanted a special formula of something that would help his players after they sweat so much to replenish what they needed. Now, these are the official mascots of the Florida Gators. It's Albert and Alberta Gator. There is a wacky packages which says that it is made of fresh squeezed gators. And you guys may have seen this doctored meme. Next up, we got Crunch Tators. This had a gator mascot, and this was a brand of Frito-Lay chips. They had a very hard crunch. They were hot and spicy jalapeno chips. Later, they made a mesquite barbecue flavor, which is what Kevin McAllister had next to him as he sat eating his ice cream and watching Angels with Filthy Souls in the movie Home Alone. Here's a look at that gator on the package. Crunch Tators returned briefly in 2022, but are once again gone from us. But it is important to note, these are one of the very first spicy potato chips ever on the market.
I'm Sir Chomps A Lot. I've lost control for these little raviolis in this great big bowl. To the chomp! It's a ravioli romp.
Sir Chomps A Lot was a mascot for Chef Boyardee, who himself was a human mascot, but he added this very proper gator with a monocle for the bite-sized raviolis. You could save proof of purchase and get this mail-away puppet. I'm not sure why he had a ball in his mouth, but all the ones I can find online have this ball. This is Ice Gator. He is the mascot for Blizzard Beach, which is in Walt Disney World in Florida. Blizzard Beach is one of their 2 water parks. Now everybody knows the 4 main parks. You got your Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney Hollywood Studios. I always want to say Disney MGM Studios. But there's 2 water parks, and one of these 2 parks, Blizzard Beach, has this whole theme where it's supposed to be wintertime. The gimmick is that there was a freak winter storm, and they built a ski resort, but then the ice melted, and they were stuck with this ski resort and turned it into a water park. He's a great mascot, and if you go there on the right day, you can see him and get your picture with him. But he also inspired another mascot. The other park is called Typhoon Lagoon, and it also has a gator. His name is Laguna Gator.
If you see an alligator crawling up your spoon, if you see an alligator diving in your bowl, if you see an alligator swimming in your soup,
Billy, soup's on!
better eat the alligator before it eats you.
I found this old ad in a magazine, and I love that alligator. Sooner or later, you'll own a gator for your offshore fishing craft. Now, with Gator Trailer's fingertip control, you can launch and load big outboard boats unaided. That isn't the only boat company with a gator mascot. We also had Slingshot, which offered this newest unsinkable gator. He's doing a little Dennis the Menace. Here's a story for you. Alligator was a company in England that had these all-weather coats. The coat you'll live in, rain, sun, cold. The company was located in Stockport, and they were best known for their wet look PVC raincoat. Alligator is still around today. They're owned by a company called Baker Street, and in 2011, they won a court case against Lacoste, who claimed, you can't have an alligator, it's too similar to our crocodile. But in the end, they got to keep their alligator name. This little alligator is named Baggy, and he was the mascot for Baggies. Now, Baggies had existed for a decade or more before they brought him on, but he was very popular, did a lot of commercials in the 1980s.
The sandwich bag with the difference. New Baggy sandwich bags.
You run, you slide, hit the pump, take a dive. It's Croc.
Crocodile Mile.
Rax is a fast food chain, started out in Ohio. I got to visit one last year. They do have a mascot, Uncle Alligator, and they've had kids' meal toys with him. They even have a walk-around Uncle Alligator that will go to the stores. In the 1970s, there was a company called Alligator that made wheels for your skateboard.
The occasional fisherman's behind? No, my love, my sweet thing. There is only you.
I like this one. So this is a cereal called Corn Bursts. This is a classic General Mills cereal with a big old alligator on the front. That's not the only alligator you can find on a cereal box. If you dig hard enough, you might find Super Berry Crunch, which has a purple alligator. How about this? Cereal in a bag. You know times are tough when cereal's in a bag. This one's got an alligator who's also a pirate. This nut, Coco Snaps. This alligator, I don't know if he's a magician or if he's just a fancy alligator. He's got a top hat on. He seems like he's either burping or he's burping out the cereal or just shocked by it in general. I don't know what's going on.
I got this. Just gotta reach the check.
Well, that was fun. We sort of learned something. I didn't know that the Lacoste crocodile was not the mascot for Izod. I've always thought that that was just Izod. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to the flea market and you could buy the alligators and then sew them onto your shirt or just peel them and iron them onto your shirt. I remember my dad would take, if we outgrew a shirt, if we had a crocodile Izod shirt but outgrew it, he'd cut that crocodile off, take you to Kmart, get you a new polo style shirt without an alligator, and then he'd go home and stitch, stitch, stitch. You'd have an alligator right there. That was it. I don't know. I mean, today there's brands, there's Supreme and other things that, people want to wear. That was it, though. You had to have that alligator. It made such a difference.
This may take a while.
Have a chocodile! Hostess chocodiles from Chauncey Chocodile.
The Florida Gator connection to Gatorade I had not heard until recently, and I found that fascinating.
Hey, Coach, you look like you could use some Gatorade.
Gatorade Thirst Quencher. More than just a mouth refresher, Gatorade helps replace what your body is thirsty for.
I do love a good mascot, and these were some good mascots.
Gator wants food to chew. Feed him just right, or he'll feed on you.
Big thanks to Michael and Jessica and everybody else on the Patreon tab. If you want to join for just $3 a month, I'll send you a postcard in the mail every single month. Another character who has been a mascot for multiple products is Garfield, and he's got a new movie out. His face is on every product. If you go to a grocery store, every aisle, you're about to find some Garfield. If you go to the makeup counter, they got Garfield makeup now. They got fancy Garfield dresses. They got a Garfield lazy boy lounger. I dug into all of it. I made a video, which I'm going to put right up here for you. Otherwise, YouTube says that the one on this side is what is best for you. So who knows you better, me or YouTube? I don't know. You need more videos. That's the second channel. There's the main channel. And I'll see you next time.